You may have heard of Moore's Law, which states that processing power doubles every 2 years, but you may not know that it was termed by Gordon Moore, one of the founders of the Intel Corporation.
July 18th, 1968 was the day Intel was born. Moore, along with Robert Noyce, set up shop in an area of California which has since become known as Silicon Valley. Intel's name is an amalgamation of what it did, integrated electronics, and when the popularity of these new electronics known as PCs grew, Intel was inside. Now the group is more than just chips, with data centers, software, and the cloud being important business units. 5G is also a promising area recently, Intel committing more investment into its 5G infrastructure business, but it did exit the 5G smartphone modem market, selling that unit to Apple for $1 billion.
Bob, let's talk about what's in the future for Intel. You've spoken a lot about 5G recently, and when you announced plans to exit the smartphone modem business, you said that Intel will assess other opportunities in 5G. What are those opportunities as you see them?
The opportunity is significant, and that opportunity is a function of what I referred to earlier, which is a sensational demand for data. And when you create data, you need to process it, you need to store it, and you need to move it. And that plays to the technologies that we build. So first, the overall market opportunity for our company is it's bigger than it's ever been. Secondly, to take advantage of that market opportunity, we are evolving the technologies that we're building. So we expand the role that we play in our customers' lives by deploying more and more technology inside more and more things. Third, for us, is continuing to invest in the emerging technologies that are going to continue this flywheel of demand for data. And those are 5G. Those are artificial intelligence, and that's autonomous systems. So those three technologies we've been committed to and have invested in quite a bit over the last several years, and will continue to. For 5G in particular, the biggest opportunity for us has always been what we call the cloudification of the network. So we believe in a 5G world that more and more compute will move from the cloud or from the data centers into the network. And that is what we've been investing in, and we see that as significant opportunities. Secondly, for the smartphone modem, the criteria we use when we make these investments is it a real technology that's going to differentiate growth for the industry? 5G network, the answer is yes. 5G smartphone modem, not so much in terms of driving growth for the industry. The second criteria we use is it an opportunity for us to play a bigger role in the success of our customers. For the 5G smartphone modem, we really only had one customer. And the third criteria is, can we actually make money and generate a good return? We had concluded along the way, with only one customer for the 5G smartphone modem, we didn't really see a way to get attractive returns for our investors. So we doubled down on 5G network, where we think there's real opportunities. We announced the sale of the 5G smartphone modem to Apple, but we also retained access to the technologies in the event that we need a 5G modem for non-smartphone applications, like a PC or an automobile, where we can meet the three criteria: differentiated technology with attractive growth, play a larger role in our customer success, and generate attractive returns for our shareholders. Those are the three screens we use. 5G is a big investment for us, but it's more the network where we think we can meet all three of those criteria.
And 2021 seems to be this year that you feel Intel will be back in the leadership position. I saw a quote actually from you that said, until then though, Intel could be in a bit of a bathtub. What makes you confident that by that timeline Intel will get its groove back?
Well, first, I would say, just to put it into context, 2018 was our 50th anniversary, and it was the best year in the company's history. So, and we grew, kind of double-digit rates of growth. And in the last 3 years, we've added $12 billion in revenue with relatively little cost. So we feel very good about where we are, and our expectations are to continue to play a bigger role in our customers' success. I think we have very good momentum, and we are playing a much bigger and broader role for our customers. As we go through from 10 to 7 nanometer, at the same time, we're going to be developing 2 process nodes. So the implications of developing 2 process nodes at the same time, the good news is we're advancing the technology. The challenge is when you do that, you have a tendency to have a bathtub in gross margins. Not in demand for your product per se, but a bathtub, and bringing on 2 new process technologies in roughly the same period of time has a tendency to compress gross margins. But those are great investments to make, and over the medium to long term, they're well worth it.